Hello and welcome to Tea is Good, Books Are Better, the podcast where we drink tea and talk about books. Fuck.
I'm Jess.
My fucking computer. It made a notification sound right in the middle of my intro.
Nice.
You know what? I'm just gonna keep it. Fuck.
Wow.
Jesus, that's so annoying.
I
gotta figure out how to turn those off. Anyway, I'm Raven, and this is Jess.
Yep.
Okay, so how do we do this again?
This is tea in books.
Oh my god.
What's our podcast called?
Oh my god. We need help. We need help. Okay.
Books are better.
There you go. What is it that Eric calls it on the mini episodes?
I have no idea, but there's a lot of yelling.
He calls it like booze is good or something. No, he calls it like tea is good, booze is better or something like that.
I think it's something like that.
Something like
Sounds like him.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we drinking today?
I'm drinking my gingerbread tea.
Can you stop?
Yeah.
It's midsummer.
No. I have it. I gotta drink it.
Ugh, it's so upsetting to me.
But it's so good.
Yeah, but then it's not like special if you drink it year round.
Yeah, but I don't want to throw it out.
You don't have to
I
throw it
don't want
out.
it to go bad.
Does tea go bad?
I think it goes stale.
Yeah. How much did you buy?
3 boxes.
God damn. How about you just buy less next year? Or this year?
Yep, I will. Lesson learned.
Okay. I'm drinking chamomile.
Nice.
Just with honey.
Honey?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't put anything in my tea. It's good enough on its own.
I always need some form of sweetener.
Yeah.
Honey is my favorite. We were out of sugar at work for a while, so I tried Splenda.
Oh, that's not nice.
And it made me want to dump out my cup.
Yeah, I would rather go without than to drink Splenda.
Yeah, it was very upsetting.
Yeah, it's very... It's shocking how disgusting it is.
Yeah, like I feel for people with diabetes and...
They can do the other one. What's the other one? The one Mom drinks. Stevia.
Oh, stevia. Is that
It's
better?
not that bad.
Okay.
It does have a weird aftertaste. You want to use like a lot less. Otherwise, it's too sweet.
Yeah,
a little sprinkle.
that's what I
like,
noticed with the Splenda as well.
It gets way too sweet.
Yeah, I usually put in like at least 2 packets.
Oh.
And so I put in 2 packets of the Splenda, and it was like,
oh no,
I need a quarter of this much sugar. Like, god damn.
Yeah, fake sugar is extreme.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm just gonna butt in here with a quick shout out to our patrons, Tobias, Eric, Jake, and Bahram. Thank you for being awesome humans. Where did we leave off our characters? Who are we doing today?
We're doing Cersei, who last time attempted to hastily assemble a new small council, and it blows up in her face when her uncle Kevin rejects her authority and demands the title of regent, and for her to skedaddle back to Casterly Rock.
We also saw her in Jamie's chapter, right?
Did we? I'm sure we did. It looks like Cersei was being a turd to Tommen.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
During the vigil for their father.
Right. Oh, and there was the... Jaime suggested something about having dinner with Mace Tyrell.
Did he?
Yeah, he suggested she have dinner with Mace Tyrell so that she can, like, send him off to war.
Okay.
Yeah. And to, like, let Myrcella and Tommen marry. Myrcella and Tommen, no. Marjorie and Tommen.
I was like, whoa, excuse me?
I mean, it's not out of the ordinary for their family, apparently.
For two of them, yeah.
Okay.
Like mother, like father.
Ew.
And then we also have the Soiled Knight, Ser Arys Oakheart.
Mm-hmm.
And it's his first chapter.
Yeah.
Okay, should I start with Cersei?
Okay, chapter 12 is Cersei.
Okay. It's the morning of Tommen's wedding, and Cersei is in a foul mood.
Fucking what else is new?
Yup. She takes it out on her handmaiden, Jocelyn Swift, but the day keeps on getting worse. Jaime turns up. He's still unshaven, and telling her that the plan to keep Tommen safe from being poisoned. What? Ugh. Let me start again.
It's gonna be one of those episodes, huh?
What's new? So Jaime turns up. He's still unshaven, and he tells her the plan to keep Tommen safe from being poisoned at this wedding. So there's like guards in the kitchen, there's guards with every server, there's a taster, and Maester Balabar is ready with antidotes.
Damn, they're taking it seriously. Makes sense.
Surprise! Cersei doesn't think it's enough. She thinks Tyrion could even be under the floors listening to them right now.
Wow.
She doesn't believe that Tommen is safe, and she remembers the old hag's threats that only she and Melara witnessed, but Melara is dead. Huh?
Oh.
Random person in her memories. Cersei insists that Jaime spend the night with Tommen and keep watch. She doesn't want him sleeping with Marjorie, that's why. Not only is she worried an assassin might get to him, but she doesn't want him and Marjorie having alone time.
He's like fucking 7. He's like 6 or 7. He can't get hard. Ew. I don't even like thinking about that.
Yeah. She orders Jaime to sleep with him. Jaime is unimpressed. Cersei doesn't even want them sharing a room after they're married, and she wanted to forbid it, but the Tyrells insisted, and they managed to come to a compromise that they will spend their wedding night together, but after that they have to sleep in separate rooms until Tommen is old enough.
Okay.
Jaime agrees to watch him for the night and asks if she still means to have the Tower of the Hand burnt down. What? Cersei does, because she cannot look at the place where her father was murdered, and she hopes perhaps some of the traitors will get caught in the flames. It's the one thing she's looking forward to that day.
So she thinks people are still like in the walls and shit?
Yeah. Or hiding under, or whatever.
She's actually so paranoid.
She is.
I mean, I guess at the same time, it's like, can we really blame her? Her father got killed right under her nose. Joffrey got killed right in front of her. So I guess on one level, it's kind of...
Tyrion. Her
Oh,
evil demon brother.
Yep.
They had sent servants searching through the many tunnels found in the Tower of the Hand. One boy had gotten stuck in a narrow passage and had to be pulled out by his feet, shrieking. Another fell down a shaft and broke his legs. R.I.P. in this day and age. 2 guardsmen vanished exploring one of the tunnels and could not be found.
Ooh, I want to know their story.
Right? What happened?
Yeah.
Cersei says that she wants to have a white castle built beyond the river so she can get away from the stench of King's Landing. And Jaime basically is like, don't be ridiculous. Shut the fuck up. Cersei calls him an idiot for not understanding the difference between a want and a do. So I guess she was just fantasizing. Jaime wasn't there for it. He warns her that burning the tower could cause the fire to spread to the rest of the castle, but Cersei doesn't care. The pyromancers had assured her that the flames would be under control. So she's got helping her out.
Oh.
So they have to melt the stone of the tower.
I don't know how they would intend on controlling it.
Right.
Like,
right.
if you're gonna ignite this tower to a point where it's going to either burn away or come down, that's gonna be a really intense flame.
Yeah. Hot as fuck. And it's right in the middle of the courtyard or somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So dangerous.
Huh.
Tommen's wedding is small compared to Joffrey's. There are less than 100 guests. She's furious at the Tyrells for forcing the marriage, and she plots revenge. While the words are being exchanged.
Dude, it must be exhausting to be Cersei.
Right? It's a lot of stress.
Like, I go through life hating shit all day, but not nearly as much as this.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
No, she's insane. She's furious that Olenna Tyrell insisted that Tommen use his father's cloak to cover Marjorie's shoulders, rather than her father's. So she's disgusted that he's using the Baratheon cloak rather than the Lannister.
Girl,
She's quite sick.
Get her shit together.
Yeah. She probably took it personally as an insult to her father.
Yeah, well, she knows her kids are not Baratheons, and she probably prefers them that way.
Of course.
She
No
wants
outsiders.
the pure blood. So, I imagine that's part of it.
Yeah. First, yeah. When they are wed, Tommen and Marjorie step outside to accept congrats while she deals with the well-wishers. Lastly, Uncle Kevin appears. He brings up the dangers of the Riverlands and mentions that he has heard that Sandor Clegane has joined Beric Dondarrion.
Oh.
Cersei agrees that she has heard the reports of a group of outlaws raiding the salt pans, and some of the survivors claiming a roaring brute in a hound's helm that was seen amongst the raiders.
Okay.
Oh man. Salt pans, that's where Arya was last, before she took the boat.
Oh. Wait, is that where she ditched the hound then?
No, she ditched the hound somewhere before the salt pans, but she reached the salt pans because I think it was the closest seaport.
Oh, okay.
And she wanted to take a ship to the wall, but ended up going to Bravos.
Right.
So, like, I wonder, like, was that really the hound? Or who would be wearing the hound's helm? Was that the No, the mountain is being healed by Qyburn.
Well, we never saw the hound die.
Mm-hmm.
And I think from the show we can safely assume he doesn't die.
Yeah.
At least when Arya leaves him.
But it seems like a completely different thing happening to him rather than in the show.
Yeah. In the show he like settled in some little village or something, right?
Yeah.
And wasn't it quite a bit later?
Lost interest. I think so.
Or like, yeah, someone stole his helmet.
I'm curious of who this is. If it really is the Hound.
Yeah.
And he's with the group of raiders as well. A group of outlaws.
Yeah. And I feel like he and Beric Dondarrion's crew do not get along, so...
Unless someone from Beric Dondarrion's crew snatched the helm.
Right. It's a good question. I didn't really consider that it might not be the Hound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only time will tell. Cersei suggests that Lancel may want the honor of hunting him down.
Lancel?
Yeah. Kevin says that his son is not the man to hunt down Clegane.
He's
so
right.
Cersei suggests maybe Kevin be that man and tells him to bring her his head. Kevin says that when a dog goes bad, the fault lies with the master, and he walks away. Savage.
Oh. Because wasn't Joffrey the Houndsmaster?
Yeah. AKA them, the Lannisters.
Yeah.
Jaime escorts her to the small hall where the feast is being served. On the way, Cersei tells Jaime that she blames him for this, that he had talked her into letting Tommen and Marjorie be wed, and is convinced that Marjorie is not a maid and therefore not good enough for her son. Jaime assures her that Lady Olenna and the rest of the Tyrells are leaving the next day back to Highgarden. Cersei asks if Ser Loras is leaving as well, and Jaime reminds her that he is a knight of the King's Guard, which pisses her off. She wanted him to go as well. In the hall, Cersei sits to Tommen's left, while Marjorie is to the right. Marjorie kisses and hugs Cersei and excitedly tells her how grateful she is to have a second mother, and Cersei has to hold back from slapping her.
She's so violent.
Psychotic. A modest feast is served, and a few entertainers perform. Cersei watches Lady Olenna and is struck by how similar she looks to Maggie the Frog, the old sorceress she visited as a child.
Oh.
The old lady had tasted her blood and told her her future. Queen you shall be until there comes another, younger and more beautiful, to cast you down and take all you hold dear.
Guess that's Looking Marjorie?
That's what she thinks. Looking at Marjorie, she acknowledges that she's beautiful, but most of that is her youth. Even peasant girls can be beautiful when they are young. She does not think Marjorie is more beautiful than her. Mace Tyrell stands and toasts the king and queen, and Cersei furiously wants to remind everyone that she is the true queen. Cersei drinks a lot and notices that Jaime has been pacing around the hall, making sure that no one is sneaking about.
She is not the true queen.
Oh, she definitely thinks she is.
Why? Does she just think she deserves it? Like, she's not stupid. She knows she is genuinely not the true queen now, right?
Thinks she is delusional and she's a narcissist.
Right. She thinks all the rules should change to, like, support her claim, which is nothing.
Because she's better than everyone as a Lannister.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. She thinks the world revolves around her.
She definitely does. Tommen starts to cough, and Cersei knocks aside a servant girl in her haste to get to him, but Tommen only choked on some wine and was fine. Tommen apologizes for scaring her, and Cersei leaves the hall as tears start to roll up. Definitely traumatized.
Yeah.
Cersei is followed by the Lady Merryweather, who tells Cersei that her maid belongs to Marjorie, and tells her to have someone follow her, and she'll see the maid meet with Marjorie's cousins. They'll be like Jocelyn and Swift, I think.
Oh, shit!
Cersei recognizes the woman as one of the witnesses who saw Tyrion poison Joffrey's drink, so she thinks that she must be credible and tells her it'll be looked into. And if it's the truth, she will be rewarded. Yeah.
So,
I don't think she's credible.
Yeah, so if that's what makes her credible, then we know she's not credible. Because we know Tyrion did not do that.
No.
So this is interesting. What's the point of telling Cersei that Marjorie's spying on her.
I wonder if she wants to get into Cersei's good graces by knocking down those closest to her. Probably, so she can get in.
Right. Or try to make Cersei do something stupid.
Ooh.
To kind of, like, get her out of the...
maybe she's
castle,
paid for.
Yeah.
Back in the hall, Marjorie and Tommen begin their dance. Cersei thinks Tommen looks ridiculous and foolish, stumbling around with his much taller wife. When the dance is done, Marjorie's cousins one by one dance with Tommen as well. It pisses Cersei off as she's sure that they are making a mockery of him and that he'll be made fun of behind his back.
Oh my god, she's projecting. She's like,
yeah.
Ugh, I can't stand the way she thinks.
She's definitely the only one thinking these nasty thoughts of her son.
Yeah.
I think everyone else thinks it's adorable.
Yeah, he's a little boy. He doesn't know how to dance, but it's cute as fuck.
Yeah.
God.
Jaime asks her to dance and she's disgusted. How can he possibly dance gracefully with his stump? What?
Oh, wow.
Does he dance with his hand now? His right hand? The fuck?
I guess to guide, you need... I don't know. It's weird. It's not the most important thing when it comes to dancing, but that's for sure.
It's not. She suggests instead that he be her cupbearer, and he walks away.
Good.
She's asked to dance a couple more times until they start to get the hint. Meaning the other men who've been asking her. Cersei just stews in her chair, drinking and getting angrier and angrier, until she hears Jaime saying that the queen is done for the night. She disagrees and stands, and she almost falls, but Jaime catches her. Cersei wenches free and claps her hands, calling all the guests to her attention. She asks everyone to join her outside to light a candle in celebration between the union of Highgarden and Casterly Rock. Outside, she calls to the pyromancer, Hallyne.
How's it spelled?
Who's Halllyne.
Oh, yeah. Hallyne?
Hallyne. Who starts the flames at the Tower of the Hand. Nice candle we got there.
Yeah.
Two pots of wildfire had been placed in the tower, and it was more than enough. Soon the tower is engulfed in green flames. Fucking crazy.
Wow.
Not just regular fire, fucking wildfire. Fire.
It's, yeah, in case you didn't know, the name wildfire has nothing to do with how it behaves as a flame. Perfectly controllable.
Yeah. After a bit, the tower collapses, still in flames. Cersei asks the pyromancer when the fire will go out, and he tells her that it will last all night. Lady Olenna steps forward and says it's time for the bedding. Cersei orders Jaime to escort them to bed, and he asks if she will come as well. Cersei instead wants to watch the flames longer, and Jaime leaves Ser Osmond with her. And that is that chapter.
I think Jaime says that she shouldn't stay out there alone, and she says, oh, Ser Osmond will stay with me.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's significant because Tyrion told Jaime that Cersei slept with Osmond Kettleblack.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so Jaime won't be happy that she chose to stay with Osmond Kettleblack.
Their relationship was already deteriorating big time.
Yeah, and I imagine this is part of it. He wouldn't be so cold, I don't think, if he didn't know that she was fucking other people.
Yeah, he'd still be her... I don't want to say that. It's not nice.
Is there a nicer word?
It doesn't sound like that. I don't know. Like so pussy whipped with her.
Oh.
Like it's definitely like her freaking toy slash servant. Like he does anything for her. And now he's just like, no.
Yeah.
I like that he's standing up to her. And she's just reacting with pure anger and hatred. Like a true narcissist.
You know, she even said at one, well, she didn't say it out loud, but in her head, she thought, like, how could I have ever loved him? So it's like, okay, you instantly don't love him anymore because he's not your little bitch boy.
Yeah, she only loved the person who served her, I think.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, that says a lot about her character.
Yeah. And I think also, like, him not being perfect anymore, like, missing his hand, he's suddenly, like, disgusting to her.
You're so right. And then also growing out his beard, because he doesn't look like her anymore with a beard.
Yeah, he's no longer, like, he looks like just a regular wild man, which she doesn't think of him as, like, he should be better than everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, she is.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm glad stuff actually happened in this chapter.
Finally, a wedding down.
Yeah, we got the wedding and figuring out that we're figuring out a little bit about Cersei's past with like the Maggie the Frog thing.
The witch.
And then other kind of interesting points, like maybe the Hound joins Beric Dondarrion. Maybe Marjorie is spying on Cersei. Yeah.
All of those.
So, decent chapter, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
This is sad that this is how I'm judging every chapter that we read from now on.
Yeah,
does something happen?
Or more than one thing goes down.
Yeah.
Like a whole chapter and just one thing is moved. One pawn. And you're like, ugh.
Yikes, dude. Hey everyone, just a quick aside. We just became affiliates of Buzzsprout, which is the hosting platform we use for our podcast. If you are interested in creating your own podcast, please consider using Buzzsprout. It made it easy to get our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and dozens of other streaming platforms. They also provide you with a podcast website, detailed analytics to see how your episodes are performing, and tons of guides on how to improve your listenability. And if you follow our link in the episode description, you will get a $20 Amazon gift card when you sign up for a paid plan, and it helps support our show. Thank you. Back to the episode. So we're moving on to chapter 13, The Soiled Knight.
Ser Arys Oakheart is making his way through the alleys of Dorne. He's dressed in Dornish garb with his face covered. Just the other day, a man from King's Landing, who just wanted to buy fruit, was killed by a mob. Ser Arys knows better than to wear his white cloak here. The mobs are a result of Prince Oberyn's death. The people are very angry, but they've calmed down some since the Sand Snakes have been confined to the tower.
That made them calm down?
Yeah, apparently the Sand Snakes were the ones like instigating fights and like rallying them.
Oh, that makes sense.
With them gone, now they're going back to minding their own business. Day-to-day life.
Okay, got it.
He sees a man grilling a snake, and the smell makes Arys tear up. Apparently, Dornish food is too spicy for him. But Princess Marcella? Yeah, right? Marcella?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's lots of princesses, so if you're talking about Cersei's daughter, then yes.
Yeah, okay. But Princess Marcella loves Dornish food as much as she loves Prince Trystane. He had left them playing a game together. Marcella is 11 and Prince Trystane is 13. They are a lot younger. Prince Doran had spoken to him earlier about his plans to take them to the Water Gardens, his private sanctuary, in order to protect them from the people, like from mobs again.
Right.
He finds it a bit strange that Prince Doran had asked him not to inform King's Landing of the move, however.
It's kind of sus.
So Arys arrives at his destination, and he enters an unmarked door. He finds a naked woman in there waiting for him, and they have passionate sex, and when he is done, he thinks he can die happy. He feels shame and guilt, though, after that initial happy feeling, and he rolls off the bed and gets dressed. Arianne.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I was just gonna be like, you know who this is, right?
Yeah, this woman is Arianne, Princess Arianne, Prince Doran's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She's unhappy, and she asks him to stay the night. He cannot, though, for his honor and for hers, and says that they must not do this anymore. She asks if his declarations of love are lies, and he tells her no. That he does love her, but his duty comes first, and he wants to protect her honor. She accuses him of wanting to protect his own, as Dornish ladies aren't shamed about liking sex like the rest of Rosi women. She tells him that she knows men of the Kingsguard cannot marry or father children, and she already cannot marry him because he's too lowborn, and she has had her moon tea, which I guess prevents her from getting pregnant.
Right. Okay, I was wondering what that was.
Perhaps. Mm-hmm.
That would make sense based on the context of
how
she said it.
Moon usually refers to lady functions. The moon.
The moon.
Which is...
Not that only ladies have periods.
For sure.
Go on.
She asks if he thinks he's the only Kingsguard to have loved a woman, and he knows that he is not. But he does not want to be known as Arys the Unworthy and soil his cloak. She reminds him that her great-uncle, Prince Lewin, was a knight of the Kingsguard, and he had a lover. Arys is surprised because there is no mention of this in the White Book.
It's almost as if people keep it secret sometimes.
Or it's not as big a deal as they seem to pretend it is.
Right. It's like Catholicism.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you should not be a pedophile, but also priests can fuck little boys all they want.
Yeah, they don't do much about that in the upstairs.
Yep.
She says that her uncle said that it was the sword in the man's hand that determined his worth, not the one between his legs. She says that it's not their love that has dishonored him, but the monsters he serves and the brutes he calls his brothers. Arys cringes and he feels deep shame for all of the times Joffrey ordered him to strike the Stark girl. And when he was chosen by the imp, to go to Dorne with Marcella, he had lit a candle to the warrior in thanks. Oh, he's one of the knights who used to beat Sansa.
And he actually felt bad doing it.
They aren't all disgusting. Like that other one.
It's still disgusting that he did it, but at the same time, what would have happened to him if he didn't?
Yeah, he would have probably been put to death for disobeying.
True. But damn. Okay, what a interesting insight.
Yeah. Arys tells her that King Tommen is not Joffrey, and Arianne agrees, but also says Tommen is not Marcella. Arys knows this too, and thinks about how strong and confident Marcella has been about moving to Dorne and adjusting to her new life. Arianne presses that it is Marcella who should rule, not Tommen. Arys tries failingly to explain why that just can't happen. Girls don't sit on the throne. Hello?
Obviously.
Arianne tells him that the reason her father is taking Marcella to the Water Gardens is to prevent the crown from going on her head, not to keep her safe, and that he is planning on imprisoning them there.
Oh, shit.
Arys doesn't think that the Water Gardens sound like a prison, but she warns him that once she is there, she would not be allowed to leave, especially with Hota there guarding them. Arys already feels uneasy around Hota, and that makes him feel nervous. He's intimidated by Hota. Ariane starts trembling and asks why he calls her love when he refuses her. She asks if it's so wrong of her to want a knight to keep her safe. Arys tells her that she has her father's guards, but she fears her father's guards because it was they who dragged her cousins off in chains into the tower.
I have a theory.
Want to tell me now?
Or maybe I'll say it at the end.
Okay. Arys says that they were speaking treason in instigating a war. But Ariane says that her cousin Loreza is 6 and Doria is 8. She says that if her cousins can be imprisoned, then so can she. So I guess all of Oberyn's daughters have been imprisoned, even the little babies, I guess.
Yeah.
6 years old, 8 years old. Yikes.
Yep.
Arys says that her father would never do that. She is his heir. Ariane says that he has little regard for her, and he would sooner have her brother Quentin follow him.
Quentin.
Another brother they're interested in.
The name Quentin sounds like very not Dornish, if you ask me. Quentin.
Quentin has been fostered by Lord Ronward from a young age and had served him as a page, then a squire, and now he's a knight. Ariane says that her brother is no longer with Lord Ronward, but has crossed the narrow sea, posing as a common merchant.
What?
She asks if he knew that the Golden Company had broken its contract with Myr. Random. Arys says that sellswords break their contracts all the time, but Ariane tells him that the Golden Company doesn't. Their words are, "Our work is good as gold."
Our work or our word?
Yup, it was definitely word. I'm sitting here like, that doesn't sound right. Word is good as gold.
Got it.
Myr was on the point of war with Lys and Tyrosh, and she asks Arys, why would they leave behind the prospect of good wages and plunder? She asks if he's ever seen the arms of House Toland of Ghost Hill. It's a dragon eating its own tail. House Toland, where is that? I'm like getting more and more confused as I read this.
Yeah, I'm honestly like completely lost.
Yeah, she's like trying to make a point, but she's like dancing around it to make it.
Like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Right? So she's
talking about the Golden Company. She's talking about fucking...
Yeah, now she starts with Myr and the Golden Company breaking its contract. She finds that sus. And now she's asking if he's ever seen the arms of House Toland.
Bitch, no one cares.
Which is a dragon eating its own tail. Ghost Hill. Is that close? Yeah, it is. Huh? It's on the broken arm in Dorne. Okay. Ariane explains that the dragon symbolizes time with no beginning nor end, that all things come around. She says that Anders Ronward has been whispering in her brother's ear that it is not right for women to kneel.
What?
I think she means Quentin, and that Anders Ronward is the lord that he's being serving.
And
so apparently he's been...
Wait, who's been whispering in whose ear?
Her brother Quentin, I think.
So you're saying her brother, who is in... Where is he?
Who's posing as a common merchant across the narrow sea.
He's been telling some guy.
No, Ronward has been telling her brother this. He's across the narrow sea, where apparently the Golden Company has broken its contract with Myr.
What?
I don't quite understand what she's saying, because I'm dumb.
Hang on, I'm looking in the...
She starts by telling him that her brother has crossed the narrow sea in secret, posing as a common merchant, and asks him why would he do that. And he's like, how the fuck would I know? And she says, oh, see, no, he says, how would I know? There could be like, 1,000 reasons. And she says, or one. And she brings up the Golden Company breaking its contract with Mir. She probably thinks something is going down.
Mir is on the point of war with Lys and Tirosh. Why break a contract that offered them the prospect of good wages and good plunder? It's home they want as much as gold. Lord Ironwood knows that as well as I do. And then she asked if he's ever seen the arms. Anders Ironwood is Kristen Cole reborn. Who?
Who?
He whispers in my brother's ear that he should rule after my father, that it is not right for men to kneel to women.
Must have missed that part.
That makes more sense, because you
Is
said
he
it's
older
not right for women to kneel.
He definitely must be older than Tristan, because he's already a knight.
Yeah, of course.
Uh-huh. Why is he not in line? Is he in line?
Quentin?
Yeah. I thought it was Tristan to come after Doran.
Well, she does mention earlier that when she was 14, she found a letter, I think, in her father's solar, a letter to her brother, telling him he must do all that his maester and his master-at-arms require of him, because one day you will sit where I sit and rule all Dorne, and a ruler must be strong of mind and body. I don't know, I'm really confused. And it's probably just my slow brain right now. Like, I'm really hot and, like...
I'm like... I guess Marcella would have been too young to offer to Quentin.
But why is he off somewhere else? And what does any of this mean?
She tells Arys that his two princesses share a common cause, and that a knight that will not fight for them. Arys kneels and he says that he will fight for her, and asks what she will have him do. Arianne tells him that she wants Marcella. That is that chapter. Hello?
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Just trying to decipher what she was saying to him.
Is Quentin younger than Arianne, I think, maybe?
I have no idea.
And that's why it hurt her to know that her father told him he was going to be the one who rules.
That would make sense, because from the chapter, I understood, like, she should be next in line? Or was it another chapter with the Sand Snakes where they said that Arianne should be next? Or something like that. So that sounds familiar. I wonder if she is the elder.
Yeah. I don't know. This is all really confusing.
Yeah, what is going on?
I guess I can tell you what my theory was.
Yeah, cool.
I'm wondering if the Sand Snakes got into Arianne's head about Marcella being the one who should be on the Iron Throne. But I don't know, she's a grown-ass woman. She could have come to that decision herself. But she seems to be very defensive of the Sand Snakes.
I feel like she is Team Sand Snake. Like, she completely agrees with them.
Exactly.
With the cause. Like, not the revenge part, but the call to see Marcella.
Mm-hmm. So, it's like rather than Tommen.
Mm-hmm.
And that would also make sense that she would back Marcella if she was so hurt by her father's choice to give his throne. He's not a king, but I put that in quotes. His throne
Prince.
To his son.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than her.
I wonder if it was Dornish custom before to allow women to seat?
I think it was.
That's probably why she's also extremely offended.
Yeah, so that makes me wonder if does she really love Ser Arys, or is she just using him to back Myrcella, to try and get Myrcella on the throne?
Yeah, that's what I want. I feel like she's using it. And she's definitely manipulating him.
Yeah, she's all like, oh, don't you love me, but you won't support me?
Somehow got him to support her at the end. So he understood something in her little speech that I sure didn't.
God. Well, I feel like I wasn't this confused when I read it before.
My fault. Well, I know there's a plan going on overseas to dethrone Tommen, I guess.
He whispers in my brother's ear that he should rule after my father.
Oh,
that it's not right for men to kneel to women, that Arianne is unfit to rule.
Okay.
So maybe... Oh, it is typically... Oh, okay. Yeah, it is Dornish custom for it to go to the next in line. Or, sorry, the next eldest child. They don't care about gender in Dorne.
Okay.
So it is very offensive that her father is suddenly choosing her younger brother to be the one to be his heir, which is more of like the Westerosi
yeah,
custom?
or like northern custom for
yeah
them. Because this her brother had been sent to Squire somewhere northern. He got their customs in his head now. He feels like he should be next, and he's being radicalized, I guess, across the sea to do something to her. Maybe that's why Ares is now ready to fight for her.
Maybe. I think Arianne's argument is just like, this is the bullshit that I went through. Like, this is our customs, and they're not being followed because of, some outsider influence.
Yeah.
And so, this is what I've dealt with. This is what Myrcella's dealing with now. It's the same cause, and, like, you're supposed to be the knight for both of us, and you claim to love us both, but you're not fighting for us.
Yeah.
And that's when he's like, okay, queen. I still don't understand.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I still don't understand every detail of what she's talking about, but like the Golden Company, I don't know what that's about. I'm sure we'll find out later, but my brain is too fried.
Like, what, did they somehow get their hands on them? Like, they give them a bigger payment to work with them, or are they gonna come and fight?
But why?
Doesn't make sense.
Why would they need to, like, fight who?
Arianne and the Sassies.
Well, yeah, they need the Golden Company to fight fucking 10 women.
Right?
I don't know. I'm sure things will fall into place the more we read.
Yeah.
But okay, I am kind of interested to see what happens if Ser Arys suddenly starts backing Myrcella's claim to the throne. That's not going to go well with his standing at King's Landing.
Maybe that's why he's called the
Soiled Knight.
Yep, Soiled Knight.
Sheesh. Or is he just soiled because he's having sex?
Could be. Breaking his vow.
Oh yeah, and he's all worried about, like, soiling his cloak, right?
Oh. He just doesn't want a bad reputation to go in the White Book, because that'll be his legacy.
Well,
the White Book.
Gonna see what happens from here on out. It's probably gonna be worse than Just having sex.
Yeah. He's definitely gonna he's gonna ruin his page in the white book
Oh
by
yeah.
helping Arianne.
Jamie's gonna
He's all
scribble
worried
some nasty words in there.
about having a baby with her, and instead he's ending up completely going full traitor.
Yeah. Honestly, that's
This
yeah.
guy.
That's treason.
It is.
Uh...
This goof.
All right, I guess that's it. Thank you
Good.
so much for listening to this episode of Tea is Good, Books Are Better. If you want more of the podcast, please follow us on Instagram. You can follow the podcast at TIGBAB Podcast or follow us individually. My handle is Crimby and Jess's is just.egan24. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search TIGBAB Podcast or Tea is Good, Books Are Better, and we will show up there. Also, please subscribe to our good friend Bahrami on YouTube. He's the one who made our jingle, which you heard at the start of the episode, and he makes some really cool music. That's Bahram. You can also find him on Spotify as Bahrambient. That's Bahrambient. And please check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/teaisgoodbooksarebetter. We have a few different tea-themed tiers with fun rewards, including outtakes, BTS stuff, and mini episodes in which we force our brother to watch Game of Thrones, which he absolutely hates. So it makes for some fun discussions/arguments. Finally, if you would be willing to share the podcast with your family and your friends, it would be a huge help to us to grow the podcast. Thank you so much. And join us in the next episode for... who do we have?
Brienne!
What?
Brienne!
Oh, sweet.
And, someone. Sam!
Oh, okay. One of the lovely chapters on the road to, Old Town.
Yep.
Yay!
Yay!
Fuck me, dude.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Thank you so much for listening.
Ciao.
Ta-ta!